Hey, it's Annie. Today I am going to be reviewing a foundation. This is from Philosophy. It is called the Miracle Worker Foundation. I found out about this from my friend, and so I decided to give it a try. Before we get started, please make sure that you are Before we get started, please make sure you click that button below, hit the subscribe button. I share a new video Monday through Friday. I don't want you to miss out. And make sure that you click on that bell too, because anytime I share a new video, you will be notified. All right, so let's get into this. As I am talking about this, I'm also going to insert me applying this foundation. So I had heard about this foundation through my friend Jeannie. Now, the foundation that I've been using is called, it's by Osmosis. I've shared that before in a review videos. If I can remember, I will try to link it above. I really do love that foundation, but I'm always looking for different foundations to try so I can share them with you. So when my friend had mentioned that she really loved this, she found that it didn't settle in her fine lines, wrinkles, it didn't accentuate her dry skin. I was like, okay, I need to try that. So I purchased this at Ulta. It's $40 and you get, I believe there's 6 shades. Let me check that right now as I'm talking to you. Yes, there's 6 shades. So when I applied this, I actually used a brush. The brush that I use is kind of a Artiste brush dupe that I picked up at Marshall's, and I do not like it because it pulled my skin and stretched it, so I didn't like it at all. But my friend had recommended that I use a brush, so that's what I did. I applied, my skincare like I usually do. I applied my primer, and then when I applied my foundation, I started using that brush, and after I had put it on, my foundation looked amazing. It looked really nice. It didn't settle into any of my fine lines, pores, nothing. It looked fantastic. Couple hours after that, it started falling apart. My makeup started looking patchy, and the weird thing is that my makeup started wearing off here, which is weird because my makeup usually doesn't wear off. If my makeup wears off anywhere, it's usually like by my nose, but never there. But it just started like just breaking up apart and everything, and it looked horrible. And by the end of the day, it was just bad. I used the same primer, but I thought I'm going to apply it differently. I'm going to use a beauty blender. So I used the beauty blender. Worked perfectly with a beauty blender, applying it. Again, by the end of the day, it just looked horrible. It was like all dry and patchy, especially in this area where it just, like when my makeup was coming off, I could actually see my skin. So I thought that's really strange because this is supposed to be catered to mature skin. So before I tell you what happened the last time that I tried it, let me just read a little bit from the box. So what this foundation claims: it says it's a miraculous anti-aging liquid makeup. It has an SPF 30 sunscreen. It says your skin should reflect your ageless beauty. And that's all it really says. It says visibly takes up to 5 years off your complexion. Helps you to improve radiance and skin tone even after you take it off. And it says all day natural looking coverage. And it's interesting because there's asterisks by all of this too, which I should show you that. I don't know what that means. It means because they're saying that some people claimed it maybe, but they didn't prove it. I didn't see any alcohol listed in the ingredients. And if I can remember, I can try. There is some silicone in it, beeswax. I'm not going to read everything that's in here, but I didn't see any alcohol in here, so that's something that I was really happy not to see in here. So the third day that I tried it, I decided this time I'm going to try a different primer because maybe it's the primer that I'm using. So I used a different primer on it, still used a beauty blender. Again, it went on beautifully, and again, I had the same thing happen. The foundation wore off in this area the worst. I mean, it was wearing off, but it really looked bad here. It made me look older than I am and just enhanced all the dryness of my skin. Because right now, I increased the percentage of my Retin-A So my skin is more on the drier side than it is on the oily side, much more that way than the oily side. This foundation made me look older than I am. I mean, it made my skin look crepey and age so. And I'm not saying that this is a bad foundation. Just know that right now. I'm not here telling you I think this is a horrible foundation. It's just horrible on my skin. This did not like my skin at all. It did nothing for my skin. It didn't make my skin look any better or glowing or anything. Today I'm wearing my Osmosis foundation. That's what I'm wearing. I can't recommend this foundation. I'm really, really sorry. If you're using it, I'm not telling you to stop using it. I'm not telling you that at all. I'm just sharing my experience with it. My experience was this does not like me, does not like my skin. It actually made me look older, and I don't want that. I don't want to look older than I already am, because when I smile, you can see all of my wrinkles. So yes, I cannot recommend that foundation. I'm really, really sorry. It just didn't work for my skin. So that is it. Thank you so much for joining me. I really hope that this video was helpful and informative. Please make sure you give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment below. Have you ever tried this foundation? If you do you love it? Do you not like it? Have you ever heard of it? And share what's your foundation that you love. Share it below, and maybe I'll test that one out. Like I said, I like what I'm using, but I still like to try different foundations, so let me know. Make sure that you follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. I will leave the links below, and I will also leave the links below with everything that I am wearing today. And you know what? I didn't even realize that I'm wearing my Barefoot Dream sweater on camera. I'm trying not to do that so it looks like I wear the same thing all the time, but realistically, I wear the same thing all the time when I'm around the house. I mean, seriously, I do. I don't get dressed up because I'm in my house, but anyway, that is it. Thank you so much. I will see you real soon.